Jeff, I really need to know what these folks smell like coming back from
Oh.
Vegas because they
Oh.
mentioned it like 10 times.
In the last episode also, it was like the room stinks, this thing stinks, this time all this stuff stinks. The stuff they're trying to put them on them to cover up the stink also stinks, gets said.
I'm not really sure what I've done to you, but I'll take a Pinot Grigio.
What is it?
What is it?
Feet clubs were big in Vegas.
Oh,
it was rolling them out in the feet clubs. Yeah.
Well, Jax.
Yeah, he's getting folks to run around in the chucks and...
Mm-hmm. Hello, everyone. This is But I'll Take a Pinot Grigio podcast. We are almost in the middle of Vintage Vanderpump Rules Season 4, or are we in the first third of it?
We're almost in the middle of the regular episodes, because then we have 4 more reunions and whatnots later on. So, yeah.
This one is called What Happened in Vegas. It's Season 4, Episode 9, which I feel like this is about the 5th one that could have been called What Happened in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
But because these children are absolutely ridiculous and cannot be trusted. But before
it could be its own
that,
show that aired alongside this show. Could have been also what these fools do in Vegas as like in between each season. Yeah.
Maybe that was one of the web shorts that Ariana was on that was aired parallel to that. Before I get into all of the previous songs, I got a little bit of business, a little excited to announce we are having a guest star, a guest host, I guess. I don't know. His name is Ethan. He goes by E-Money Cohen. And I found him on TikTok because he was super fun and he was doing all this like fun Bravo related hip hop, which doesn't sound like, I forget again. I'm Sundi, pop culture professor and expert on all things having to forget what day it is and what time it is. And I'm here with this one.
I'm Jeff, the hospitality industry expert, which always matters on this. And man, I'm enjoying this intro today. Thank you.
Yeah, it's sloppy. It's real sloppy. I will be starting over.
Yeah.
This next week, we are going to be joined by our fun friend of the pod, TikTok influencer. His name's Ethan Cohen. That's how I found him anyway. And he does these fun, like Bravo related hip hop bits. And I think he has a really huge following on YouTube. I definitely know. And he's been on some reality TV shows and he's been some behind the scenes stuff. So he's going to be a really fun hang. So come back and he's going to talk about episode 10, which if I'm not mistaken, is the episode that Schwartz asked Katie to marry him.
Yeah, it's going that way. Yeah, and thank you for introducing me to him. I've really enjoyed it so far, so I'm very excited about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was very fun. And this week, same as normal, although our cook challenge was pork and peaches, and I was telling Carla what this week's cook challenge was, and she was like, God, y'all eat a lot of pork. And I'm like, it's Carolina theme.
Right.
Like, what else are we doing? And she was like, oh, that makes sense. So I'm very excited to see what you've got under your hat about that. And, go to our pinned posts on TikTok and Instagram to see the schedule. Emily will be with us this week, or was, whatever. She's remote, but goat. She's in the mountains. So I think she's going to take some exclusive content from her fancy pants mountain cabin. So y'all head over to the socials to see that. That's all the business. Whether I forgot or not, that's the business at hand. Oh, no, it isn't. Just kidding. You may notice, too, on some of the episodes that there are ads here and there. Just bear with us. As a pod, we're growing a little bit, and this is kind of like the next thing in being a real live boy. So, if you want to do something about it, I don't know, send an email to Jeff. But otherwise, just bear with us.
That's Jeff at pinotpod.com. I need all the emails, please.
That's right. And as we grow and sort of like learn how to be grown-ups, this is how it goes. So thanks for bearing with us. And we've got some big things in the works that way too. Okay. So for real now, business over. That was for real. The business is over. No, I'm good. I swear. The energy in this house right now is just real weird. So, but to remind, just so, from 8 to 9, Kristen wants to be a makeout whore, but not, as James suggested during Spitgate, a nasty slut. He's mad about Kristen's, wanting to make out. Sheena, they flash back to that scene where that stupid Sheena scene where she's like, I just wish that she would just give me a personal reason to hate her. And Ariana's like, me, I'm the reason.
Right here.
And Ariana threatens scarcity, but promises this is not an ultimatum, right? I'm not giving her an ultimatum, but I'm not going to be around. Yeah. And Jax invites Brent to, and I have, quote, stay with him. He denies her to Lala, like, oh, Brittany who? Don't know her. And of course, there's this triangle forming between Jax, Lala, and James, which is so ill-advised in every single way. Not only because during this episode, our Kentucky Muffin is pointed her like cabriolet straight to West Hollywood and is imminent arrival at any moment. And Jax is still out here trying to tongue down the hostess. It is just woof. Oh, also in Vegas is fucking awesome.
You got it.
That room, they picks up with them like the morning after. How long were they in Vegas, Jeff?
Hours. Yeah. And the food, empty boxes accumulation and the empty bottles, accessories laid out. I love it's almost admirable. Like, way to go. This was like a whole 3-day bender all wrapped into one thing here.
One night. I know that the people who work housekeeping in Las Vegas are God's chosen. Like, they are
this is
like doing
mild.
the Lord's work.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm just saying, they're probably like, yeah, man, they're only staying here like a day, maybe not even a whole night. It's going to be an easy job. We're in and out. And then, well, apparently it smells like whodunit in there. Like, these people are children.
Yeah, they're smelly. Real smelly, apparently.
Yeah. Peter and Jax were the first ones up. And so they're trying to like roust up. And Sandoval's missing. That was the teaser from last week. He wasn't. He comes swaying in, probably still up from the night before, just looking real stupid. I mean, just looking so stupid. Slurring. Apparently, they pulled a boy move and went to the strip at 4 a.m. last night.
Yeah, I love the way, like, Peter's hollering just for a Tom. Any Tom. If you have a name like Tom, come on out. Like, and Schwartz is like dead. I mean, he roused up, like he had been he had just been asleep for about like an hour and a half. Like, he was just getting really asleep. And then they
Probably
come up thinking he lost his boy. Yeah.
And he pops up like he's like late for school because his mom was calling him, because that's how Peter had to do it. And they're all wearing the exact same clothes that they fell over in last night. And they are just sloppy messes.
Except Sandoval's got like new clothes, because I mean, he's got like new hats and stuff because he's been at the pool party. Like, I looked up what is on his hat, like Dutch Fridays, and it's a pool party that starts at like 10 a.m. So, if it's 11, then he's just been down at the new pool party hanging out all night, and I'm all for it. I love it. Because the youth,
I can't even imagine.
in a big way.
I do have a Because the Youth Vegas edition
yeah.
for us in just a little bit. The Toms have a surprise for us. And Schwartz goes first. He stands up in his panties. He's just wearing his little t-shirt and his panties and is like, hey, y'all, I got something to show you. And he shows the tattoo. It says Bubba. And this is his way.
No, it doesn't.
Of showing. It does?
No. It's B-U-B-B-A. I think that spells Bubba. Bubba. It's Bubba.
How dare you?
On this show, it's Bubba. Bubba. Come on. It's not that other one.
I won't tolerate that. And I will not be saying that out loud. Disgusting. It's so ridiculous. In his confessional, he was like, I mean, how else could I show her that I'm trying to commit to her? Give her that fucking ring that you bought her, you idiot. That's how you could show her. Like,
again, month 10 of a 6-month ultimatum is still on the clock.
And two, this is the first of a few comments about, hey man, don't go to jail with Bubba on your ass.
Yeah. And that is
like, I don't know.
That's all
right. A little in poor taste.
Tell us about this other tattoo. I want you to walk me through this one a little more.
So
the other one's pretty cut and dry. This one.
And it seemed fine. And do they not have the same artist? Because Tom's is an A. And I just wrote, is it on fire? Is it bleeding?
So I called it a flaming A when I first saw it. And then later it's bacony A. So that's why I needed some help. But, regardless, It's a 430 Las
Also,
Vegas strip tattoo. You're good if your butt's not falling off. It's a win
yes,
either way.
but it kind of looks like what your like homeboy in 4th grade when he was an Atlanta Braves fan would doodle
Yes.
on his notebook. I'm like,
This belongs in the corner of an index sheet paper. Absolutely. That's
yeah.
exactly where this belongs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Or the beginning of a fairy tale.
he already knows it's bad. He's embarrassed. He regrets it. And you can't really hold it against him. I'm like, yes, it was very late. And yes, it was an alcohol informed decision. But it was kind of the luck of the draw. It was a crapshoot, right? Talk about Vegas. He could have got an artist that did really well, kind of like Schwartz's. But, you know, he just pulled the short straw in the universe lotto there and got a really terrible tattoo through no fault of his own.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I mean,
and still,
yeah.
I'm still already like, if this is the worst thing they do, I mean, that's all right.
Yeah. I mean, it was fun. This is what really got me right here, though. When Peter and Sandoval said they have to go straight to Sir. I mean, yes, in my youth, I have really pushed the limits of what I was able to, you know, do on no sleep. But this just, even for these young dummies, this seems really pushing it.
I love
Peter.
Pretty quickly you get to the like, hey man, if you call out, I'll call out. Like that's I've heard that so many times from people like, dude, don't go. If you go, I gotta go. You know, it's like, we're going.
Peter is never like Peter is not. He is hustling in his kidnapper van as fast as he can go. He is so contrite when he's on the phone. He's like, man, I'm hurrying, I'm coming, I'm going. But even on the way there, they're just messes. Like they're like the Three Stooges, Bad News Bears, can't find my socks, can't find my backpack. They are just talk about how smelly they are. Everything is gross. Like these boys cannot be unsupervised. And why these women continue to think that they are the ones they want to wind up with, it beats the shit out of me.
No, I was like, I said, surprised at how much they were hating on the tattoos. And I was like, they also just hate life in general right now. Like anything could come up and it's a huge problem. Like it's not necessarily anything that happens. They just hate. That's where they are in life right now.
So they call, like, I guess Katie, they call them to say they're on the way home. And Katie's like, wouldn't it be funny if they said that, like, you know, something terrible happened? They cheated on us. And I'm like, Katie, that is a very plausible scenario. This is after I'm going to talk about the diary show in a minute. I just want to get this out of the way for a second and I'm just like, that is a very plausible thing. And making a joke about it because she's like, no, they're good. They're good. They're good. They're good. They're good. They're good. No. Fine. I'm like, who are you trying to convince? Because we don't believe that shit. Like that's for sure.
That's Katie talking to Katie. Absolutely, right there.
It is indeed, Jeff. A diary show. Show.
Yeah.
Improv is bad enough. Why are you giving this dumb fucking gimmick? And, you know, Ariana, get a little, you know, work history from Ariana here.
Wildly popular. I thought you were going. Yeah. Wildly popular on some shorts. And she's not a comic who acts, but an actress who's funny and understands comedy. Like she gets it for sure.
This makes me so inordinately angry. Like the rage that I feel when this woman says that. Like, how dare you claim
I could feel it.
Like,
I felt your rage from watching it. I knew.
It is a ridiculous thing to say.
See, I thought the journal thing you might like because it's not just stand up for the first time. It's not improv. Like they're not looking for something from the audience. So they're just they're at least writing something or reading from something that's been written previously. So they're, you know, it's prepared. It's prepared a little bit.
But Ariana kind of nails it, in which it could go either way. It could be embarrassing, but, you know, funny. But or embarrassing that everyone in the room wishes they were never born. And that's where that chance.
That's where Tom's song lyrics come in.
I mean, I'll get there in a minute, but I feel like Tom did better than Ariana. But he has books and books and books of song lyrics, just dozens and dozens of just real, you know, poetry gold here. We got one of Jax's isms here when they're in the car when he says, "Oh yeah, Tweedledee and Tweedle fucking idiot over here." Like,
yeah, we did have a pair of dishwashers. We had two. There was some substance abuse going on, I will say, that we were finding out about, and they eventually earned the names Tweedledum and Tweedle Detox. And I just thought you would appreciate that as a couple references we had in the kitchen back in the day.
Yeah. It was a little off color now that I'm grown, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, the
Oh,
van's a total mess. You got some nose picking. You got some hurt butts from the tattoos.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're all pretty sure Ariana's going to hate it. I think.
You do know why, Jeff? Because Ariana hates everything.
A lot of
She
things,
is
yeah.
such a grouch.
I'm still going, hey, 5 a.m. tattoos compared to previous trips. This is a win. Let's focus on the positives. All the bad shit that
Yeah.
didn't happen this time? Come on.
Well, I mean, Jax really needs a high five because he did not impregnate anyone. He did not start an STD outbreak, and he went to bed early at 4 a.m. So high fives, high fives, high fives to you, sir.
A million little angels have been heard, yes.
That's right. Whenever Peter and his kidnap van roll up, Lisa's waiting for him out there. What are the chances? Like,
again,
come on, man.
Anytime we see her back there, I have to write like unnatural. It is so bizarre. I'm like, please just wait for them next to the bar. They're going to come in. You don't need to be out. This isn't for you. Not only is she got to be with them in the alley, she gets a little shot of both their butts real quick. So a real high point for Lisa Vanderpump, I think, right here.
Yeah, and she's so flirty with Schwartz. She's like, don't talk sweet to me, Schwarty. I mean, it's just weird. Like, she's a real male apologist in a bunch of these. But there's this whole weird exchange when Tom walks in and Ariana, like, demands the money. I wonder if there was a private conversation that happened when the cameras run around and she's like, listen.
Yeah.
Fine, go, but you're bringing me every bit of money that you win, so hands it over. And we didn't see that, and so this weird exchange just seems like kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah, I just assumed it was they had talked about it and was like, because they showed them, looked like they were doing well in the casino. Anything can happen after 4 a.m. though. But like, if you want some money, like, let me see that. So
Sure.
I
but I
see
mean,
that.
They've been in a relationship for 1 year. Please don't ask me 1 year partner the money that I win. Like, we're not there yet. We're not married. Then when it goes to like Katie and Schwartz, why does this man feel like he has to prank her constantly?
You mean by talking to him? You mean because
Well, he sits down knowing that she's been wringing her hands. And he's
yeah. That something bad happened. I did something bad.
I did something. Yeah. Why do you have to do that? You know she's already suspicious, and it's not a funny joke because you actually did cheat on her in Vegas. It's like Katie's the butt of all of his jokes all the time, and it's really distasteful.
Yeah, but this is a sign of commitment. Where's your heart? Come on. This is a sign of commitment, Sundi. That's what this is.
But then he's like, it's tender. I got to put some cream on it. You just, any sort of like machismo you earned getting a tattoo, sir, you undid it by telling her you got to put some cream on your tender tattoo. Ugh.
Are you more upset that he says that or that Katie's impressed by how tough he is that he could stand up to the needle? Which one? Who's upsetting you more in this scenario?
He's afraid of needles.
We're going to need an answer from you on this.
No, I'm more upset with him. With him. Like, she's just like meeting him where he lives. Okay. Like, she's really dropping her millennial Gen X ideas of masculinity to be with him. Okay. So I'm giving her a pass. More prison talk right here. Wonder if they all got together. What if there's like a group chain where they're like talking about prison because somebody else mentions it right here.
One's in the confession, right?
Well, Jack says it out loud to him. Is that where
Jax does? And then I think Katie's is in the confession. So I wonder if that just like stuck around in their group, and like a month later when she's doing the confession says it.
Maybe like bacon tattoo, like the bacon A. Because that kind of
whatever game of telephone they're going through.
Yeah. That's probably right. Ariana comes out and starts out strong, real fun. She's like, "Oh, did y'all get married? Ha ha ha!" And then immediately turns into the biggest bitch about it. Now, I want you to remember that a tattoo is forever. He cannot immediately undo it. And there's this this is like old idiom or this old like etiquette rule said if someone can't change something in 30 seconds, don't mention it to him. Get off this man's job. Like, it is an ugly tattoo. He already knows it's ugly. Stop saying things like, it's so gross. You've ruined your ass. I never want to look at it. She's just so grouchy. Shut up, Eeyore. Shut up. Go back to what is the pond with Winnie the Pooh? I can't remember, but like, just head back. It's not fun to be around somebody who is always walking around with a black cloud over their head.
I get not liking it, but the level of hate is pretty shocking, really, I think. But, we do see that, you were such a big leather pants fan last episode. Tom's rocking them, so that's where that money from Vegas is coming from. So that maybe, maybe that buys them a little bit with you. But she's being pretty dramatic about the hate on here. So
Yeah.
just
Because there's nothing to do about it at this point.
no, and when you
like
can,
just
it's going to be a while before they get to that. But most people know, like, it's going to be a minute. And if she's
and
really
then
been in
this
the restaurant industry for a while, she's seen some shitty tattoos. She should have
yes,
some idea about this.
I mean, I have told many stories about that bartender 2.0 that I saw many, many moons ago that had tattoos just all over him, like the most janky jailhouse tattoo. He had Tweety Bird on his butt. Speaking of, like, don't go to jail. I've seen the dregs of it. And that one, it's not that bad. Bacon, everybody loves bacon.
Yeah.
Jax, Katie, and Sheena are kind of meeting at the thing, and Kentucky Muffin is officially moving. This is the finality. We got it. We get the word. She's on the way. And I just wrote, girl, no.
Beware. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no feeling for, like, when you're with the dangerous thing and a safe thing is coming towards you, there's no, like, mood to, it's not like a Jaws scenario when everything seems safe and there's something lurking beneath the surface coming up, like, the shark is already here. We're just waiting.
Well,
it's
in Jax's confessional, which ostensibly she's already there by the time that they're filming that confessional.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I mean, I guess she's here. I guess that means she's my girlfriend. I mean, like, doesn't moving in usually mean that, like, we're girlfriends? What else can I do? Maybe don't let her move in. If you don't want her to be your girlfriend, don't ask her to move in.
And how do you know if you don't want her to be your girlfriend? Well, here's a hint. Maybe if you use the phrase, like, and she's saying, yeah, I'm on my way to see you, and your reaction is, I really see a way out of this, that's going to be an indicator that maybe this is something you're not into. If the scenario is you're in, like, a 1970s bathroom trying to get away from something and you can't get out the back window because the window has bars on it, then you're going to, and that's the way you feel, then you're going to have to think to yourself, maybe this is something I shouldn't be welcoming into my existence right now. And if you are doing that, don't say it into a camera because you look like a huge raging asshole. Just I mean, there's also
Jeff,
that.
You continue to amaze me with the parallel analogs, comparing this situation to escaping a 1970s bathroom. Like, where do I even go from there? Like, I can't even top that. That's good.
I just imagine her seeing that, like, oh, he didn't see a way out.
Yeah,
how
I know.
Sweet.
I trapped him. Yay. But then they're talking.
I'm a last resort. How about that?
Every girl's dream. Every girl's dream. And then there's this talk about Kristen. Did I miss something? Did I miss an episode or a section in which they softened to her?
Yeah, they just jumped right into it. Like, I mean, it gets mentioned, I guess, when they meet them all out at the Golden Box and stuff like that. Like, Kristen's kind of coming back in, and now it's like,
I know the Golden Box.
Yeah. Please.
Sorry. Well, it was my nickname in high school, remember? Anyway.
Why?
They're nice. You know why.
Yeah. Jax is cool with her, of course. We do like them together, and he's going to be her wingman, which seems like it's already happening. But yeah, Katie drops the, like, you can tell everybody, like, I know from experience, which.
Yeah. Funny. Yeah. But Katie says something nice. Katie's like, oh, she's like coming around, and Sheena's like, she's really fun to be around, and they're saying all this like really nice stuff, and then Sheena says this about Ariana, which put this in the column of like no shit, but Ariana is just always with her boyfriend, and she never has time to hang out with her girlfriends because, as every cool girl should, you sacrifice your female relationships to be with this man, and you know what? That makes sense. So don't say a word when your head is up your boyfriend's butt. And truthfully, I don't even think Sandoval would be that mad about Kristen. He gets so worked up later, which we can get into, but I think he's just like, whatever, cool, whatever.
I mean, I think I get it. But yeah.
I mean,
also, much like the Kristen thing being kind of feeling like it's dropped in, the Tom and Jack's birthday trip party, has this ever been a thing? Have the two of them?
Not since. But remember, the last 2 seasons, there was some bad blood because of Kristen. So now maybe they're on the other side of that. So now we could get to see their friendship being a normal thing. I don't
Because
know.
like the first
They're
year, I
going.
remember Tom had a birthday, but I don't remember Tom and Jax being a thing. And now that we're in the fourth
Me.
year, it's like a Tom and Jax thing. But that makes sense. I do
Well,
know that it was undoable for at least a year or two.
well, not to spoiler alert, but I was just looking at the name of the episodes. I think they're planning a Hawaii trip, so this is like a big deal. That's just from the blurbs when they're describing future episodes. Sorry, I had to look ahead. I got to do it, but it's going to be a tough sale. They're like, yeah, and then Jags of all people was like, let's keep this hush hush, sir. Define that phrase,
Mister Secret over here.
That's right. Tell me what you think that phrase means. But then Sandoval's mother is in town.
Love it. Love a visit from one of the moms so we can feel that they're an actual human. This is great.
Yeah. Are they pulling these moms from central casting? Because every mom we've met is just so, it doesn't seem like the mom of the person that we see on our screen.
No, and it's so, this woman's like, her story, so much about her in like 1 minute. And I love it. It's like we just are about to, she's definitely getting a spinoff from this episode is what I'm seeing.
I mean, me too.
A single mother fighting fires at home and out in the real world. Like this should have been a thing. Like this was a real, Terry definitely should have been, portrayed by somebody 20 years ago in a sitcom.
I mean, write that spec. I mean, I'll pitch in, write that spec script and I'm on board. But they're getting the house ready and, Ariana's like, I had to hide my bong because I'm so cool. I smoke a bong. Lady, it's California. It's like everybody smokes. Shut up. Get out. Like, I'm so over her this episode. Like, she's such a bitch about it. And it's like, ugh. But then they come to the restaurant and it is Sandoval, his mother, Ariana, and Shay.
Yeah.
Good to know he's still alive, I guess. We hadn't heard much from him, but yeah, it's good to get eyes on Shay.
Yeah, that's one of Sandoval's boys now. Come on.
And Sheena waits on him, of course, which hopefully they really tipped her really well. And so they ask for some stories. And I got real beef with this story that she tells about Sandoval.
I like this. Sundi's got issues about this crew episode that we're having here.
Look, yes, this particular episode is just, I think it's setting us up for future hatred.
Is this like one of your Oops All Chumps episodes going on?
Yes. As a matter of fact, yes, Terry excluded. Terry, you're wonderful. I love you. But, so let me get this straight. Tom Sandoval is the only boy in a talent show with 24 girls.
Okay.
And not one female child was better than this motherfucker. They give him the prize. Sounds like some DEI shit to me. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Well, if that's it, then
he got first place out of 24 women. No, go to jail.
Oh, he's got that move. He's got those moves. We've seen his moves, and as impressive as they are now, I'm going to imagine on an 11-year-old, it was way better.
No, that was an affirmative action situation. They needed a boy to win, and so they just gave it to him. I bet there were 10 other girls in that talent show that just, talent circles around him. But let's give it to the little boy. We don't want to hurt his feelings. Anyway, this is when we find out his mom is a firefighter.
Yeah. That's where Tom gets his toughness. I mean, I love it. Like everything they say about her paints like a huge part of her picture. We get this whole, I want more of the story. Like I'm clicking on this.
I believe every single thing that he says about her, that she's tough, that she's like got this bravado, that she perseveres. I do not believe those things describe him, but let him think about it. And then when Lisa
You're
comes
not
up,
the only one. Yeah, who does? You're not the only one who sees a bit of a difference. Yeah.
Right. And
here comes Lacey Lisa.
I know, in her bra. Like, ma'am, it is broad daylight. Yikes. But
yeah, so Terry from Missouri over here is going to have some questions for you, I believe.
Why does Tom introduce her this way? He was like, yeah, this is my mom's tough. This is where I get my toughness from. Not, hi, this is Terry. Hi, this is my mom. Hi, she is a veteran. Like, no. And is it like, what is he trying to get ahead of? Is he feeling like self-conscious that his mom is not like an LA stereotype? Or is he trying to kind of like explain it away before somebody else can?
told him to say that just so she would be forced to, when she has to say, like, I find firefighters really attractive. I think Lisa just wanted that information out there because maybe this was
Maybe.
around the time that Mickey Rourke movie come out. I thought about that. No, it's like, yeah, Lisa just wants people to know she's looking for a fireman's party. So let's get that out there.
So in this example right here,
Yeah, she's
Lisa
recently
Vanderpump
watched
is
The Wrestler with
Rourke.
Mickey Rourke, and she had her own little, because there's a scene where him and he's with a girl who likes firefighters.
I know The Wrestler.
Check it out.
I went to the
everybody.
movies 3 times to see that movie. But the story about her kicking the door down in her flip-flops was very endearing because heaven knows Tom Sandoval couldn't kick a door down to this day. And his mom did it. Like, love it. Love that. And
this is where Lisa's like you and like, how did this tough woman give birth to such a preener? Like, she mentioned shaving the forehead and like, this is the woman that he comes from. How is that?
And yeah, he shaves his forehead and plucks his eyebrows. And then Ariana goes in again.
I was going to say, here we go. Oh no. Like, as soon as I saw that's what happened next in my notes, I was like, oh God.
Look, and I wrote this down before he even said it later about Kristen, but I wrote, Ariana is such a fucking hater. Like, I don't know, you're not on TikTok as much as I am, but like there's this whole TikTok trend that goes around about how women are like, I was married to my number one hater. Mm-hmm. Sandoval is with his number one hater. She is, no matter what moony eyes like that she's given him, she's always going to try to like insult him if she's feeling insecure. So whatever's happening with Ariana, she's got to like exert us. If she's embarrassed of it or whatever, she's got to make Tom feel bad about it. And it's like, come on, this his mother sitting right there. Look, let's talk him up a little bit.
I think that she thinks the mom will like be with her. So that's another reason she brings it up to like, so now he's got 2 voices hollering at her, but she's got no sympathy for him. Yeah. We even get a Thomas.
Away, I know, I was about to say, she was like, oh, Thomas. And it was so weird. I'm like, who's Thomas?
No sympathy for you, mister. Yeah, I was like, oh man, a mister, a full name. This is big. Yeah.
I mean, well, at that point, she hadn't even seen it, I don't think. I think she was just guessing about what it was. But then, hot to trot, Jax playing wingman for Kristen.
Walk me through. Jackson, Kristen go to the bar. Yeah.
So she looks good. And he comments on, he's like, yeah, you got these fuck me heels on. You got your boobs going. You got your lashes, lots of black makeup. And I mean, like, he says these things about her. So he has it in him to acknowledge that other people exist, right? Like, that's a thing that he is capable of. But all in all, she looks really good. And they have this very sweet little, like, friend talk here.
She's trying to get into the mind of a player.
That's right. Because he's a little slutty, too.
Yeah, he's a little slutty. He knows how to do it. But then it really quickly goes, like, they're talking about how dolled up she is. She's trying to get in the mind of a player. It's like, so I'm probably going to apologize to Ariana. Like, I was like, wow, how is this the conversation did we just go to?
She's very worried about it because she has to take Katie's temperature about it later too. So it's on her mind. But Jax does give her some advice about like how to like read the room. No guys in their 20s. Make sure he has a job and he has a car. And later on, when she talks about like homeless musicians, that's totally shots fired too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, not hidden. That's out there. That's a public shot. Very much.
Yeah. And therapy for 9 months. That's like some real progress, I think. That we're proud of that for her. Yeah.
Yeah, I love their back, like, just remain calm. Like, what am I not calm? Like, okay, hold on.
And he starts flinching for the ceilings to come down. He's like,
I know, until she mentions James, and then Jax goes like, I hate him. I do this. Like, they have such a back and forth where like one's being calm and the other's not. Then they immediately flip. It's like they balance each other out.
Kristen says this thing that I guess it just goes to show how affecting a bad relationship could be. She was like, yeah, I guess I did finally realize that he was my rebound. And Jax was like, no shit. Everybody was telling you this. And it took this long for you to realize. And I guess 9 months of therapy, thousands of dollars in therapy and wine. And now she realizes that. I was like, Kristen, girl.
Yeah.
Girl.
And the only thing that'll mess Kristen up is her mouth. Like, all right, Jax Taylor.
Yeah. but he wants her to lower her standards because he wants her to make out. And that does not seem like good advice to me. Even if she's got to lower them and flush them down the toilet. That seemed like good advice to me.
Maybe not good advice, but are you surprised it's Jack's advice is the question here. If you pick up the Jack's Taylor handbook, you don't think at one point it's going to be, yeah, and if you're out and it's been a while, let's lower those standards a little bit. Go ahead and flush those right down the toilet. Yeah.
Remember a few seasons ago whenever Jack's like made out with somebody, I guess randomly, and Tom Sandoval was like, man, he always makes out with the ugliest girl, that nasty girl he was with. And I was like, imagine being that girl watching the show.
Yeah.
But I mean,
that was in San Diego when he was cheating on Tiffany, who set them up with a room while he was dating Carmen. Tell us more about Jax, how cool he is.
That's right. Yeah, point taken. But this man, I guess they find like a little gaggle of guys to walk up to, and Kristen's drunk already. You can kind of tell, like, she's like maybe a half a beat behind. And he asks her like what she's into. And she responds really weird. And then he's like, well, I mean, I don't know. What's your favorite donut?
Yeah. That's one of those, that's out there. Like, that's a thing that a lot of guys have, like the real shitty questions. Like,
is it?
Oh, absolutely. I think that's all part of remember the game and all that kind of stuff. I think that's one of those, just ask somebody, like, hey, do you like grilled cheese sandwiches? Like stuff like that to really just get it going. You're getting to just know each other.
But she, I guess, finds somebody. They've got to be at least 6'1", I guess. I guess who's going to consider them seriously. No more Mactors.
Yeah, and then no one in their 20s. But the first 24-year-old she talks to, like, that's who she's making out with for a minute. Yeah. And speaking of they're all Bravo, what happens next? Like, what happens next here? Why is this the only thing we see of this?
But also the little scene where they're standing there too, and they're like, God, it's really terrible being like the tallest, most good looking people in here. Like, dang. And I'm like, okay, what a burden. But the scene between her and this like guy, the guy in the suit she was making out with, is that right? He asks her if she needs water twice.
Yeah, I know. That's another reason why I want to know what happens next. Not because, like, I want to see these two go into the bone zone. Like, I think something weird is going on, and I want to see it.
But and then he kind of like flinches a little, and she like grabs him and pulls him. It was just, I was like, Kristen, you're out of practice. She's rusty. Because, like, do you think that she was too drunk? Do you think she was smelly breath? Like, what is happening? Where he's like, would you like some water?
Would you like some water? It's just I mean, general messiness. We'll chalk it up to.
Well, let's going around. Back to Sir. LVB is teasing Katie. Said, "Hey, Bubba," when she walks in. And Katie is starting to pick up on this whole little back and forth that Schwartz is doing too. He's fucking with her.
Yeah, she feels like it for sure. Yes,
yeah,
I
mean, the dog, the ring on a string, the tattoo.
Good old ring on a string, yeah.
But like, forever the optimist, Katie's like, well, we're just one step closer. Or maybe that was LBP. She's like, and I'm like, what is he warming up to? Like, this, the way that these women cannot see that these men don't like them is just, it's so beyond me. These men, I don't think they like women. I think they are all suppressing some sort of like homoerotic urge, and heteronormativity makes them be with women. So they're mad at women and they're mean to women because they really want to be fucking dudes. That's my general theory about that.
Lisa can tell they like her though, because she's like, yeah, the tattoo's encouraging probably, but there's a better chance of him proposing to me before he asks you about it.
For sure.
They kind of
he does talk to her about it.
Yes, that does come up. But even before that, like, she's the one bringing it up.
Then comes in Lala, and I want to say Lala is officially on probation.
Real quick faith sighting in here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She's like, I got it. But Lala is on probation for me right now for saying, hi, Poppy. Hi, Poppy is not acceptable.
Can we get also, there's hi, Poppy. You were a little drunky skunky. And then they start making out, and one of them at least is doing like a little snorting thing. I'm not sure what that was. And she also refers to James as my love. So all of that happens in about 11 seconds here. And that seems very big red flags all around from everyone. This is just a giant red flag.
Lala is like holding her nose through all of this. Like, I can see her. Like, there's one point when he comes back in and she, like, leans back like this. Like, she is really holding out for that single, that ain't nobody gonna love you like I love you single. Like, she's got to really ride this skinny little producer until the finish line, because she doesn't like him.
I don't think she's putting it out there as if she does like him, because she mentions him being a friend a few times just in this scene. Like, yeah, friend. Yeah, friends can do that. Friend, like, she does say solidly friend a few times.
Do you think James thinks they're friends?
She could have called him fucking trash panda roadkill fart, and he would have been like, oh, my love, thank you. I mean, that might even be like, we might only be in here at home, like what James is actually hearing him. There's no way, like, he's hearing anything but something positive, because they're having fun making out, dude.
And he's bold, because he's like, first off, he's like, we're good. Are we good? Are we good? She's like, yeah, dude, we're good. And then he's bold when she says, I need you to stop flirting with Jax. And she's like, nah, I'm not going to do that.
That's what I'm saying. She's not really doing everything to make it seem like she's on James's jock here. Like, calls him friend a few times. He's like, what about you and that other guy? Stop chatting it up. And she's like, nah, I don't think so. I'm going to keep at that.
Don't tell me what to do.
So, yeah. And the stuff that, like, makes him so pissed off, she's like, all right. She doesn't seem bothered at all by any of it. You know?
Well, I'm telling you, she understands the assignment. She's gonna get her record deal. But then she talks about, because like Lala talks about the queer baiting that happened, all them making out, and James just immediately pops a boner. And she's like, that's all he's thinking about the rest of the evening. She could do anything in the world and it wouldn't matter, because now he's thinking about her making out with girls.
There it is. And then the ghost that doesn't know how to stay awake enters in the form of Kristen.
In the area. Just for old time's sake, just dropping in.
And you know what time it is now? To the Alley. It's been a minute.
That's right.
To the Alley with Kristen Doty. One of my favorite segments on this show.
It's so funny because she is just like completely made up. She's got this very cute little short dress on, high heels, makeup done, like full beat on, hair, all of that. And sitting out there next to the dumpster, next to a 2 full ashtray, talking to Katie about, hey man, I think I want to go in there and confront Ariana. Like, it's just so weird. But Katie has no bad feelings. Like, she's fine.
She's unsure of how it's going to go over there, though. At no point is Katie like, you absolutely should. This is going to be great for everybody. Like, she's very cold about it.
Well, she's cool with Kristen now.
She's going to do it.
Like, all the tensions have dissolved between her. But this is so smart. I think this is a really good tactic when you are talking to somebody who has already decided that they're going to do it, and you know it's a bad idea. She asks her, what do you hope to get out of this?
That's great.
And I think that's a really smart way to approach it, because I think Kristen's expectations were managed. I don't know if she thought maybe Ariana would go that bitchy about it, but like, I don't think that she was expecting them to be buds. And so I think she had reasonable expectations, right?
Are there any words Katie could have said that Kristen would have gone like, maybe you're right, this isn't a good idea? I mean, if she came in there to talk to Ariana, she's going to talk to Ariana. So yeah. I mean, Katie kind of rides that line like, are you sure? But yeah, anyway, she's at the garden bar. I'm going to run away and put my fingers over my ears, not hear the explosion.
She's like, good luck. You're going to need it. And so we'll talk about that in just a second, right after the few little messages that we have. And we will get to that scene in which you can probably already tell whose side I'm on in just a sec.
And we're back.
How is that, everyone? Our first set of commercials that we did. I hope you enjoyed it. If not, then I don't know what to tell you. So here we are. Kristen, like, slithering up to Ariana's bar. And if Ariana wasn't such a bitch, this first line would have been so good when Kristen said, can I get a drink from you? And Ariana says, I don't really feel comfortable serving you alcohol. That would have been a real good bird. But she just, I don't know, she was just too bitchy about it.
If you know, she's not in a great mood about a couple things going on at the moment anyway, but she hates this so much.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we know in a cartoon like what stink lines look like and stuff like that. Whatever the hate symbol is that needs to go, that's it right there. I
Yeah.
mean, this is the face for it.
And she hates too that Kristen is being so contrite, and she's staying perfectly reasonable, and she tries to antagonize her. Well, I'll tell you in a minute. But like, the more Kristen just like stays even keel, Ariana gets madder and madder and madder, and she says all the right things.
I was
Okay?
going to say, she like completes the list because, you know, Ariana wants to be like, what about this? What about that? But she's, you know, she's like
Yeah.
mean, selfish, had meltdowns,
Yes.
unfair. You know, like it's painting such a complete picture. It's making it hard for Ariana to be like, yeah, but, you know, she just hates it.
Well, the amount of expletives I wrote in my notes directed at Ariana first was about that won't serve you alcohol. I wrote, fuck you, asshole. And then right here where Ariana says, I won't excuse it. I said, she's not asking for that, you dumb bitch.
So anybody before the break that was unclear on which
mad.
side Sunday was on, is everyone clear
I mean,
on which side of the line
I
that
was
she's on
right
at this
now.
point?
And Kristen still stays cool and
I don't want to
says,
be friends.
listen, I don't want to be friends. And then this is where Ariana
I just want to clear the
couldn't
air.
help it. Ariana just couldn't help it. She's like, well, I would hope not, because my friends are intelligent, funny, and wonderful, and I've never seen you be any of those things. But that is it. That's where all of Kristen's hard work would have gone out the window. I would have leapt across that bar, put my hands around her neck. I said, okay, you skinny little fuck, I'll show you crazy Kristen, and just shook her. That's how it would have gone for me.
I'm going to just say it's a big nope from Ariana all around. Just a big nope.
And this is that whole little thing about where Ariana was like, listen, just stay away from me. Which, had she left it at that, would have been fair. Okay. I don't care what you do. But then that whole bit about like frolicking in a meadow and shitting in the streets, like, girl, you seem small and you are a little person.
She doesn't get out of there without any, you know, she gives her some respect. She at least admits that even though Kristen's not smart, she's calculated. You know, she gives her one little plus column right there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, of course, I'd much rather be called dumb and calculated than smart. And back to that apartment. Sandoval, listen, that apartment is grim. They must pay, it must be like rent controlled, or they are, you know, spiritually linked to it, and they cannot, because that apartment, those sad curtains and just the like weird
it's
carpet.
Also been through a lot. We've been through a lot in this
Yeah.
place, and we're going to again. But yeah,
And refresh.
This is where we really find out. I'm trying to find out what it is. Like, and I'm like, is it an improv diary show? And I was just like, oh, Sunday, this is going to be,
No.
And so luckily you've already addressed that, but
don't get by without Tom saying that Ariana reminds him of his mom. You should unpack that, sir.
No, we're good.
Look into that more.
He is hoping, you know, the reason for doing shows like this, you know, you never know when the right person's in the right spot.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So we got to show these lyrics. We got to give them to the light of day.
And Ariana is so cynical and just like makes fun of him, and which is fine, right? Like, I'm not saying that that's not a dynamic that is, you know, feasible in a relationship, but she makes fun of him as a way to embarrass him. And then it makes it not fun for us to watch. It's not fun for us to watch Tom get humiliated. And, you know, it's like, why are you doing that? Like, why?
I remember
What's
you
the
said
point?
That. Not fun for Sunday for Tom to be humiliated.
Also, I mean, you know, not to his face like that from this girl that he loves. He takes a vacation every time he looks into her eyes.
Yeah, but not only does she like to get mom in on like the tattoo talk, she's got to loop her in on the whole Kristen conversation also, because I'm sure, I bet she thinks that she's going to be on her side. So, you know, she wants it out there that it's really annoying.
It is. And we get that picture of 22-year-old Tom. And yes, he does look like a Brady. I mean, like the worst Brady, Peter. But that jawline is still jawlining. Jeff, what is your feelings about the concept of men's lingerie? Is that a thing?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, of course it's a thing. Yeah. I mean, guys get to wear lacy stuff too, right?
Yeah, but isn't it just lacy underwear? Like, are we calling women can't have anything?
Oh, you mean like the phrase? I never need to use the phrase men's
Yeah,
lingerie.
that's
Even
what I'm
if
saying.
somebody tells
So,
me like if they're into lacy stuff, I'm not going to be like, "You mean men's lingerie?" That's not going to come up.
right.
Yeah, you're just wearing
That's what I'm
lacy stuff.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. You wear whatever you want to, but don't ask me to call it men's lingerie. And the back was sheer. So we just saw a full bacon A, which I
I
was a
know.
little
I hope we
past.
get
But
one of those. We need one of those anal strips from the Pride Parade, so you don't show everybody crack.
listen, I am reading Lena Dunham's memoir right now called Fame Sick. And she's talking about they were shooting the pilot of Girls, and she was very inexperienced. She's like 24 years old, and they have like a nudity strips that they do,
Right.
but there's nothing like official that you use for your butthole. So the costume lady handed her a Band-Aid, and it's like, here, would you like a Band-Aid for your butthole?
Mhm.
So I guess that was like in and around the same time that things were.
Dignity intact. Thank you.
But as much as they're talking about Tom's poor tattoo, it makes me want to run out and get a tattoo, like a really good one, just to offset the balance of how negatively they are talking about tattoos. Which, I mean, I'm due for
You
one
should get a
anyway.
Sandoval tattoo. Absolutely. I think you
Yeah,
should
my
get that.
wife would love that. Yeah,
Can't
my
wait to
mom would love
finally
that.
win a bet.
But his mom likes them together, and this is where he says Kristen was his number one hater, and I'm like, well, you just traded one hater in for the next. And what do you make of the way Ariana characterizes the exchange between her and Kristen?
I mean, it's exactly what I would expect. I mean, she wasn't going to speak about it. It's not like she was going to come away going, "What do you guys think?" She was pretty honest and upfront. She came in and remained calm. I mean, she doesn't care for what had happened at all. So she's only going to talk about it in a derogatory way. So, I mean, it's exactly what I would expect for sure.
Yeah, but I think Ariana just wants to stay mad,
That's what I'm
right? Like, I
saying.
think
She's
that's
only going to bring it up because
yeah,
if she's only going to complain about it, there's no need to bring it up. She's not bringing it up in a way where she's like asking for somebody's opinion. Like Kristen came in, what do you guys make up? And it was like, this bitch shows up at my job, wanting to tell me how to do my things when I already told her how I feel about it and, and move on down the
yeah,
line. Like I said, I think
and
she's just bringing
her
it up because she knows she's got a third voice now there, and she's pretty sure the mom's going to be on her side. So
I was
while
just
she's
about to
got
say,
somebody in her corner, since they don't hang out
that's
with anybody
exactly.
else, she's got to jump on it right now. And I don't know why. Are you trying to delay us getting to Tom Schwartz's modeling gig? Are you just trying to
Well,
wait? What is it?
I mean, this man, this whole thing, I don't know. I had a lot of beef with this. Like, is better than bartending? Is it? I mean, you're not good at either one of those things. So, like, I just wrote, I was hurrying through, but I wrote gentleman in the streets and a freak in the sheets.
You're not thinking that's
Well,
the vibe he gives off?
did he say that about himself?
No, the woman
No.
running the
Okay.
shoot says, "Do you want to just get
I
past
was
the
going
modeling gig? Do you want to just go
well,
past?"
I got,
She
no, no,
said
no,
it,
but I did.
and he did. He's like, "Yeah, that's my vibe." So,
Yeah. So I got to thinking about what are you in the streets versus what you are in the sheets?
what am I?
Yeah, it's like for instance, like I'm a Dorothy in the streets, but like a Blanche in the sheets.
Hmm. I got you. You want me
Would
to
you like
stick
to?
to Golden Girls references? I'm like
I don't think
Sophia
so.
in the street. Oh, sorry. What?
Just
Sophia and
Sophia in
Rose,
the
I
street
think. And Rose.
and a rose in the sheets. I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. Get Kristen to put that on her James May line. Oh my
We do learn a valuable lesson here after we get to watch some of
god.
Tom jumping, which is much like Tom
Ah,
Cruise has to be running like in every movie he's
mm.
ever done. Like when do I run? Like there's always a part. Tom has
That's
like
his
in every
only
modeling
move.
gig, it's like, when am I jumping? When is the leaping portion of my modeling gig? He's always in flight at some point. And
That's
I
right.
like
That's
that
his
he's got
only
a,
move.
yeah, I like that he's got a,
Um, I would very much like to take issue with the dad bod of it all. This man, like, just out here murdering self-esteems across the universe. 12-year-old kids who are looking at this thinking like, that's a dad bod? Well, what the fuck do I got? Like, it's just, that's a ridiculous conversation.
a lesson from it though, and it involves the dad bod. It's you can't wear mascara while wearing the dad bod look also.
I guess not.
And I
Especially start wearing
disagree.
$8,000 shorts. I do too. I
Yeah.
disagree as well too. Because like, who says not? But wear what you want. Don't wear those $8,000 shorts though, because that's stupid.
That is very much so.
That's real stupid. More talk. Look, I have a feeling that we're going to be talking about this party for like 3 episodes before we get to it, because the invite list is still up in the air. And Katie, ever the historian, is saying this is giving real Stassi vibes here, where we're trying to like, they want to isolate themselves because they want to hang out. This is giving, and she brings it up later. So she has made herself known. Jax has made himself known. I feel like Kristen's okay. Schwartz goes back and forth depending on whoever's in front of him. He's like, well, you know what? She's a liability, or oh, blah, blah, blah. So he's on the fence.
I think he's going to go with, like, in the realm of like this party, he's going to go where his boy Tom is going to go, though. If he's not going to want her on there, then he's going to.
Not his longtime girlfriend?
No. Why? Why would he pick her now?
Yeah.
When did he ever?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Sundi.
Do I need to bring her ring on a string? We're talking.
Yeah. Well.
But yeah, the Kristen thing is forced because like Schwartz isn't making an invite list. Katie's not making an invite list. And they're like, hey, is Kristen going to go on the trip? Like, what? This is what y'all are talking about right now. And then like, hey, mention Stassi while you're at it also. Like, bring her up. Get her. Keep. Like, I think we did that. It was just last week where like, oh yeah, it's who? Stassi Schroeder. Who's she? And then
that's right.
They have to bring her up.
We called her. We manifested her. What do you think? What's your bet on whether Kristen goes or not? I think she does.
It doesn't matter. The important part is she's in the conversation. Whether she actually goes on the trip or not. I mean, she's being right now. It's.
What's your prediction?
I'd have to guess, yeah, because I don't even know why she's around right now. So why would I not expect her to be on this trip? Because
she's the main player.
Yeah, I know. I still just don't get that, and I'm not going to for a little while. I don't think.
Yeah,
I want to know when this Tom and Ariana isolating themselves is going on, because I see them around. Like, I never see anybody wondering where they are. So I don't know if that's just in the off season. They're like, we're out of here.
Well, maybe they rack up to film when they don't see him otherwise. Because this crowd hangs out, I think, pretty regularly on and off camera. So maybe on the days that they aren't filming, that they're like, fuck it, we're just going to lay in bed and watch Netflix and do whatever.
That seems like a normal adult thing, though. I don't know if they're isolating themselves.
Well, these folks are definitely normal adults, for sure.
Yeah, after a 14-hour shoot day, it's like, hey, do you guys want to go hang out? Like, no, we've been together for 14 hours.
All right, so we got to talk about the diary shoot or the diary show. Tom is really happy to like deliver this lyrical gold, like the Dead Sea Scrolls. And we learned that Kentucky Muffin is in the car actively driving here. So it's any minute now. And Sheena, this is a little bit of foreshadowing. Sheena says that she doesn't perceive Tom as funny. He's more dramatic.
You agree with that?
No, I don't agree with that. That's just foreshadowing, because later it turns out that her bit is not as good as Tom's. Like, Tom's lands way better than hers does. And then, but as the sage Schwartz says, there's nothing worse than watching a friend bomb. And I'm like, yes, but you know what? Bravo's going to make us do it, though. It doesn't matter that there's nothing worse. They're absolutely going to force us to do it. So I guess buckle in.
Yeah, I knew you weren't going to enjoy agreeing with Schwartz. Like, he was the Sunday of it. Like, I'm just scared of the bombing. Sure, it could go well, but like, aren't you just afraid of it going bad? And once again, much like we haven't had in a while, like, the whole crew going to a performance, getting off work, going down. I always love when this, when this happens.
Even Lala and Faith are there. We got a Faith sighting too.
Again, yeah.
But even Jax, I'm with Schwartz and Jax. Like, heaven help me, but like, this is funny. Like, what? There's a joke in there. I just didn't see the bit of it. And maybe we didn't get the best sampling of it.
Do they say it's supposed to be a comedy show, or like it can be funny sometimes? Because I looked it up, actually. This went on for years, and it was at like comedy venues a couple of times at least.
Well, then it failed on many fronts then, because it wasn't funny or necessarily
it went on for years, so I don't know how quickly it failed, if you really want to.
Well, using my rubric.
Just because you instantly hate it before even 1 second of it starts.
Okay. So tell me what you enjoyed. Tell me your favorite part, sir.
Did I say I enjoyed it before you asked me what I enjoyed about it?
I'm just listening.
I didn't invent this stupid show. What are you talking about?
Well, you must be getting a rebate because you sure are promoting it. Are you producing one in our town right now? Trying to
Rebate from
garner some
what?
support for it. Like Jeff is about this diary program.
What
Stay
are
tuned
you
for
talking
dates.
about?
I'm gonna announce dates any minute now.
What
Uh,
conversation am I in?
so also, I love when Ariana gets embarrassed. Her friend that she's been bragging that's done her show this many times, her friend introduces her as Ariana Maddox. I was like, haha, your best friend. And this is her first time she's on stage as a live actress.
Mhm.
It's like, she's taking it very seriously. So tell me your review of her bit. What do you think?
I think she got up and read from the journal and it's passable and we're on to the next thing. I'm not going to say it wasn't hilarious. I think it fit the bill for the show. And
You'd
that's,
enjoy this? You wouldn't demand your money back and be like, give me my money back? This sucks.
oh, this is what I'm getting a rebate for is the imaginary ticket that I bought here 11 years ago. Is that what happened? Okay.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, you just seem like
I
you're
think if you're
promoting it. You just
there,
seem like
if it's more the fact that they're sharing, then it's hilarious. I don't need to defend this show. I have nothing big to say about it. What are you talking about?
I did wonder too, though, that like I didn't really get a sense of the crowd, and I'm wondering if they like pimped it on their socials because by this time they probably had a huge following on Instagram and Twitter.
Oh, I bet
And
not.
so, did they send? No, you don't think so?
No. No, I mean, it was at like the improv. So people are going to the improv. I mean, that's a, really big
but I was
show.
just wondering if they were like tried to like get more people to come, or if the producers were like, no, that's a PR nightmare, like whatever, they don't do it. But did Sandoval mess up on purpose? Was that part of the bit?
No, I think he's a little drunk and I think he's just taking it, not that seriously either. And not drunk, he's been drinking. Like he comes up with like the great picture behind him. I don't know if everybody did that.
He's like, not that picture. Like it surprised him.
Yeah. And then it's a great rap. So nothing was scary here at all.
He delivered in the slam poetry style. And the line, exploding car like an exploding heart. But
no offense, slam poetry, by the way. Wow.
Maybe that's what he was attempting. I won't say
that
it. But
Sunday,
I found his performance to be a little bit more endearing because he understood that he was a joke. Like the joke was on him and he was in on it. And I found that to be a little bit more entertaining than Ariana getting up there acting like she was doing us some favor by performing in front of us. Her first appearance as a live stage actress. And I think Tom had a little bit more humility in it and it made it easier to enjoy it. And Ariana just wasn't having it. As soon as he started to pull down his pants to show us tattoo, you could hear her saying, Tom, don't, because she's embarrassed.
She does use a phrase I love though, like "Don't show the world our shame." I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's our private shame.
Like when social media is first popping up, and it's like, look at this thing. Like a husband will post something that happened at their house, and it's like, that's our dirty laundry in the back. What are you doing that for? Like, don't show the world what we need to get worked on in the backyard when you're trying to share something. Like, don't show the world our shame.
She's definitely embarrassed.
Well, she's been just exhibited herself as an actress, and now this buffoon is up there showing his butt to the world. I mean, what do you expect her to act like?
She hooked her train to this star, okay? Nobody forced her. And then this whole bit with Jackson Lala, this is such a cock tease, okay? Like, we know that Brittany is on the way. How far can we take this? Like, is it just trying to create tension in us that like we're worried about a confrontation? Or are we trying to like the race against the clock? Who's going to get to him first? Like, what is happening here? Because Brittany is literally imminent.
Jack's being a shithead because he wants to get with Lala and he doesn't care that Brittany's on the way or not. This is a situation exact same as the last few weeks.
Yeah.
The same thing.
I mean, it's a drink. It's harmless. But I'm just saying the like uncovering of it all or the getting caught is just so much more close than anything else. It just seems seems like a lot of wasted. Like, to what end? It's like
she's dangerous to be around, Sundi. She's dangerous to be around.
She knows how to Jack's telling him like, oh, quit coming here looking so good. Like, this girl, she knows how to work it. Like, she's Vanderpump ruling with the best of them.
So would you agree with the assessment that she's the female equivalent of Jax?
Ooh, don't make me agree to that. I don't want that. Like, no. She
That's
doesn't
weird as
look
hell
like
she says
gonorrhea.
that. That is so weird. Like,
No.
you are absolutely not the female equivalent. Let me go ahead and
She
arrest you.
says that because she knows that's what he wants to hear.
Oh, I
She
know.
knows how to like make this man, and this is why he's so torn. And I cannot wait till next week until we see the reaction to that text about get in my bed. Like his head is exploding, and she's just like waiting for it all to unravel. Like I love it so much. But are we going to talk about this? Like whenever James walks up and it's just his
I
insecurity
mean,
is so palpable.
if anything with the smooching from James, I'm like, I guess that's another reason she's trying to get in any other dude's pants around. Like, she's probably not just talking to Jax like this. It's probably anybody else because, like, James come up and does that, and she's like, hold on, let me be real with some guys around here real quick before they forget that I'm with this fucking schmo, and I don't need those smooches going on.
Yeah. I would rather watch the diary show than, and then she even like dismisses him. She's like, okay, hold on a second. Right. And then he like steps back too and then lingers, just listening. Jax gives some side eye, of course. Lala's, and we're all embarrassed for the whole situation. She says, wait, baby girl is on her way here. That's 2 strikes, Lala. That's 2 strikes. I'll allow popping, but Poppy and baby girl, 2 strikes, ma'am.
It's time for Jax to kiss her in front of James then, if he's so upset about James kissing her in front of Jax.
Lala.
Like, that's some real first grade stuff right there. Like, he kissed me in front of you.
Well, she's sure that there are a lot of women who think Jax is their boyfriend. And I have some advice to all of the women out there who are dating, okay? On first dates, you need to ask 2 questions. Number 1, is there anybody else who thinks you're their boyfriend? Okay, number 1. Number 2, what work have you done to address your internal wounds and psychological issues? Those are the 2 questions that you asked.
There might be a third also, like, is it possible for you to eat most meals where at least half of the meal you aren't wearing a generous portion of the food on your face? Because sometimes certain people on the show, every time they eat, get a significant amount of food on their face until someone has to let them know. And if you don't do that either, then see the first 2. Let's see how it's adding up.
That's right. Oh, makes me feel sad.
That he's messy? He's messy in every other way. He might as well be a messy eater.
No, but that's still... like though, Sandoval leans in and was like, "Hey, do y'all want to come to the apartment?" And Sheena comes flying over. "Sorry, not me. I gotta go to Sir. Sorry, y'all, not me. I can't come." I'm like, "God, girl, Jesus."
And also, why? What's evident at Sir that you got to go to this time of night?
I don't know. What is Debbie Downer doing? But I think it was still broad daylight, though. I think it was like a daytime show because I did notice when they walked out of the doors, it was still light. So maybe it was like a daytime show, which is even worse. Making me do this while the sun's still out.
You didn't have to do this. You never went to it.
They made me watch it. They made us watch it. They could have talked about it. They could have said, "Hey, remember when that thing happened that y'all didn't have to watch?" That would have been fine by me in this instance. To take a consensus, okay? Jax is okay with Kristen, but
yes.
Ariana and Sandoval are not. Jax is not okay with James. Jax is not okay with James, but Sandoval and Kristen are, and everybody else is kind of trying to like weigh in a little bit. So Ariana is the only one who gets to decide when enough time has passed. Ugh.
Well, yeah, she's been traumatized by all the lesbians in her life. So, the world kind of owes her a few on this one.
You know what I heard? That Ariana's a lesbian. You spot it, you got it. You're not walking around seeing lesbians all day unless you are a little bit of a lesbian. So unpack that, Ariana. This whole thing, I don't think that these children know what liability means.
No, I mean, what they do know how to do is get pretty upset, though, when people want to bring their exes on a trip. And
oh, my God.
I get it. I mean, I do think they've been at it for a while and like some drinks have been going and sure, there's fuel to that fire. Absolutely. And they're in like her old apartment with him. So, I mean, and there's, just from the history of the show that I know, it's like, Tom, do you want her to come on your birthday trip? Like, no, I don't want that. Are you sure? That's about as far as you go. Like, you don't press it. It's his birthday trip. If he doesn't want her, I don't see why it's a big deal. She doesn't work with them. She doesn't have to be around them. She has been a liability a few times. I'm going to say it
Right.
is that sometimes for her. And if he just doesn't want it, and if Jax wants her so bad to come on the trip, then don't do the birthday trip because they haven't done it in at least 4 years that I know of. So what's the loss on not doing it this year?
Right. I want to break the fourth wall a little bit here in terms of this. I think that they're not Tom and Ariana, but like some of the other castmates are getting a little bit of pressure to push for Kristen because
Obviously.
she
That's
is
what I meant
still,
earlier.
she is still a full-time cast member, right? Like she's still, and so her being in the mix is still an important part of it. So like they are still coworkers. And
I mean,
if you've ever watched a housewife reunion and you understand when
right.
someone refuses to film with somebody, that's like that's a drama outside of the drama. So there's a lot more happening. I think that's why Tom is getting so mad because he might also be getting pressure and he's like, I don't fucking want this shit. Like, I don't want it. And that's why I think they're probably going to have to relent and just take her.
I mean, she's fired. She's out of the whole thing last year. When it kicks off episode 1 this season and Kristen's right there in the mainframe with everybody else, it's like, all right, she's going to be around. And so I know she's going to be around. But as far as like us going episode by episode and conversation by conversation, I do get why he gets upset. And I don't see why it's such a big deal. And I don't see why when he starts getting upset, he gets more pressed. I don't see why Katie needs to bring up Saucy. Like, he does get to a point of being so upset, it's hard to get your, like, all right, dude, I get it. But I don't see why he's getting pressed so hard. I do have to kind of.
Well, I love it when he screams, she doesn't have that kind of power over me anymore. Well, it kind of seems like she does because you were standing up over your like half circle of friends, yelling, spittle is flying out of your mouth, pointing, screaming and stomping. And then this is how to, back to your point about how they are all so fucking hammered. Whenever Ariana was like, Katie, stop saying, look at you. And somebody's going like this.
Yeah.
Somebody is shushing them in the background. And it's probably Tom Schwartz, but because they're trying to like contain these two people who are just in the stratosphere about it. Like nobody else is screaming like that.
And I think there's like 3 or 4 arguments going on at once. And then, or, discussions. Because Katie starts into that, like, you lost the argument. Like, which argument? Because if the argument again is, hey, birthday guy, do you want this person on your birthday trip? And he said no 10 days ago, then it's no. And that's it.
Birthday guy 1 says no, but birthday guy 2 says yes. So
then you don't do the trip. That's it. You're grown ups.
Well,
you don't have to have a trip
Bravo
together.
will only pay for 1. Maybe Bravo's only putting the bill for 1. But hey, where is Tom Sandoval's mom?
Oh, she had to go. That's why she couldn't go to the thing.
She had to leave. Okay. Yeah. Schwartz just sitting there eating his noodles too. There's like the shot of him just sitting there like eating his little noodles.
Cartoonish amount of food in his mouth. Like, I'm not saying anything, and to prove it, here you go. I'm just going to stuff that. Before I stuff my foot in there, I'm just going to get an entire bowl of noodles in there. And Jax of all people, hey man, just let it go. Because if anybody knows how to cool down quick, it's Jax Taylor.
Obviously, like he should be giving us all advice. And that's kind of where we leave it there. Next time, Lala is at drinks with Jax, but we don't see any Brittany. But then we see Brittany like roll up in the alley. I made it! And he gives her the keys. This is the come get in my bed. Schwartz proposes, ? Because all we see is him at a restaurant just pounding red stripes. So, TBD on that one.
Let's hit it. What's all your because the path, because the youth?
Okay, so I have a because the youth Vegas edition. So, driving straight to work is going to be at the top up there. Like,
that's
all night long. You've been up all night long. A 10 a.m. beer, and you are leaving your hotel room at 4 a.m. That when I die and go to hell, that's what it's going to look like.
Mine's related to that too. Mine was like getting ready in the car, like, because you've been out, you got some clothes that can work for work that are in your car also. And you're like, yeah, this works. And you're fluffing it out a little bit and just seeing how well you can get yourself. Like, I'm not looking the best or smelling, but I'm going to work and I'm going to be there. And this is what I'm repping. I was like, because I've had to do it in like, not recently, but like even in my 30s, like the and not necessarily in this situation, but just having to like change your clothes to go to another job in your car. And it's like, I don't want to be caught doing that. This seems like a place I shouldn't be doing this, you know, and when you're 22, you're doing it everywhere. It doesn't matter.
Looking like you pulled your shirt out of your front pocket. It's so wrinkled. Like, yeah. So because the past, haterade.
Yeah.
I don't think we're out here using the word haterade too much anymore. And inspired by your last week's fashion comment, Katie wearing those like full coverage booties up to the ankle with that real short little skimpy dress. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Did you have any because of the past?
Yeah, we also had to shut the front door. I like that. Feel like that was having a big moment around that time. Dad bod was having a huge moment around that time. Like mid-teens was definitely time. Mid to late teens was dad bod central. All the Terry photos of her firefighting days just reeked of, you know, like 80s, 90s nostalgia. I loved it. I have a bunch of family like in Florida that was in the fire department, and they had that, you know, and I grew up with it at that time. So it's very, very cool. And then just how wild it would be if lesbians lived on the same floor as you in college. Like, could you imagine
Wiccans
a
and
real
lesbians?
life
Sounds like a
practicing
party.
lesbian? Yeah. I don't know if she also thought that if she assumed one, then you're also the other, because I bet that's had something to do with it. She's like, well, they're probably that also.
Yeah.
And I loved Haterade had a great stretch. I like that one a lot.
I had one Lisa-ism too.
Yeah.
So when her and Katie are talking, she sort of talks about something about being on Tom's ass, but then she says, "Oh, well, you've been on his tail for a long time."
Oh,
so the phrase on their tail or on your tail on his tail is different than on his ass. Like on his tail means like you're following closely behind him, right? Like you're on somebody's tail. And then on his ass means like you're riding him to do something. And so she kind of conflates the two or like makes a joke of the two. And I was like, okay, like fine. You know, I'll allow it.
That as a Lisa-ism should be, though. If it was anybody else, we'd say it was a stupid way to use that phrase. But since it's Lisa, big pass, you got it here.
You said that you struggled with the chumps and the LVP. Start with your chump. Tell me who you decided on.
The love triangle, whatever calling it, triangle of James, Lala, and Jax. I've said it.
Yeah.
I know it seems like it's got legs, so I hate that it's my chump. But I mean, there's nothing compelling about it. There's nothing that ends well, that doesn't blow up. It immediately affects like 6 other people when it blows up, and everyone's going to have opinions. And
yeah, that's what I was trying to say earlier about like to what stakes it is to. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, and like it's like 2 camp of arguments. Like there's this trio, and then there's like everybody else that's centering around Kristen now, and they both seem like odd pairings to me. So
yeah,
it's that triangle. Yeah. How about you?
So I had a gold, silver, bronze. Okay, the gold chump.
So that's the main chump.
Show. Yeah, it's the diary show / improv situation they made us watch.
Sure.
Okay, like
of course.
Yeah, silver, Ariana. Like, yeah, you're doing too much. You signed the contract for this show. You knew that she signed hers too. Like, play ball or sit on the bench, but like, stop being such an Eeyore Senate. I can't. And then the bronze, that tattoo artist who saw these 2 fucking dummies wobble into their shop at 5:30, and they're like, "Yeah, man, sure, I'll do it." Like, professional, like ethics out the window. They did not do them right. Like, they did not do them right. All right, so LVP. I also have a trio of LVPs.
Well, that brings me to my LVP, actually, because I'm going to give it to the name Bubba, because it's a great name. We've got a Bubba that's a friend of the show, obviously, very close.
Yes.
Very close.
My dad is Bubba. My dad's
That's
Bubba.
That's correct. And it's, you know, sometimes it's great. You know, if the name Bubba shows up in a story, that's great. So, and honestly, one of the coolest things about this dude in this moment is that he has a Bubba tattoo on his ass. That would, if you introduced me to him at the bar, like, yes, my boy, we went to FSU together, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, cool. This guy seems all right. And we get to having a second or third beer, and it's like, yeah, he has Bubba tattooed on his ass. I'm like, oh, no shit. That guy's cool.
that makes you like it more. I like that. I like it. Yeah. I mean, So is the tattoo or Tom?
It's the tattoo. And then just the name
Okay.
Bubba is for Bubba is having a LVP. I mean, that's the name Bubba is
Yeah.
the LVP this week.
Got it.
It happens to be a
Got it.
tattoo on Tom Schwartz's ass. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I like it. I like that. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. My
No, I'm sorry. I forgot
gold.
to ask.
Well, I'll forgive it this time. My gold LVP is Terry, the badass,
Yes.
door kicking,
Yep.
Sandoval raisin firefighter from St. Louis. Yes. Like, I'm sorry that this man is humiliating you on TV from week to week. Stay strong. Number 2, Kristen. Aside from walking in the bar looking like, $1 million, it's personal growth, and I will reward that every time. Number
Okay.
3, Jax. This is like many weeks in a row that I've had Jax, but he's doing the job. Like, he is wingmanning. He is like wedging her in there. He is not, I mean, the whole Lala thing, like, I'm going to compartmentalize that for another day when that is like a real moment in the show. There's just been a lot of like lead up to it. So next week, ask me again.
So it's
But I think,
Jax, except for some of the things Jax does.
well, remember, we take it episode by episode. So for this episode and his relationship with Kristen and his support of it gets my LVP.
How do you feel about his relationship with Brittany and how he's portraying that?
I mean, it's not great. I'm not super hyped that he's abusing this woman psychologically. No, of course not. But, we just take it episode by episode.
We do. This was a good one still. The season's going great.
This season is really good. And I'm really excited to talk about our VPR scholar, Ethan, next week, because I think he has some very specific insight, which, I love an inside baseball. Like Chef Jim was telling us about all kinds of fun stuff for Top Chef. And so now I'm watching it with a keen eye, which of course that our coverage for that drops on Mondays. And then our cook challenge and our book recs and just our general recs are on Wednesdays. So find us on the socials. I've been slacking a little bit this week because it's been, whatever, Sunday's lazy. But this week, for sure, you'll be seeing some stuff. And then go to YouTube to see our faces if you want to. I usually do about the first half of the show. And if you want to see the rest, well, then you got to go listen. But if you would rather watch us than listen, then go there.
Thanks, everybody.